All right. Hello and welcome, everybody. We are live with YouTube here today on our Leadership Lounge in Zoom. And today, I honestly don't have anything planned ahead. I had a rough night of sleep. I literally didn't go to sleep until afternoon today. So after new releases, I finally crashed out. But I got a couple hours sleep here. So I honestly do not have a topic set for today. So we're just going to go ahead and probably just wing it, play it by ear. You know, we got some wonderful people in here that we can talk to about all things paparazzi. So I encourage you to definitely make sure you share this to your teams and get everybody involved. We have June, Crystal, Jules, Michelle, Melissa, and then of course we've got the BB Blinger, Miss Marissa Clark. I had somebody ask me, "What's BB mean?" That's blonde blinger. That's just so you know, it's blonde blinger, right? So anyway, it could be Beast Blinger. I mean, gosh, you could put all kinds of stuff with that. Let's keep it appropriate though. I do want to thank everybody that is here live with us. And remember, you can always join these lives. Just let us know. We can get you the link. You can come in, ask your questions, talk about things. But we appreciate you at least watching the replay, liking the YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe, YouTube, Kingdom of Blingdom. It's very easy to do. And click that bell to get all the notifications. You know that jazz. But we're going to get this party started, and we're going to start off with a prayer. So, dear Lord, I just thank you for giving us this opportunity to come together. As I always say, these opportunities are so great for all of us, Lord, and I'm glad that you were able to bless this team and and have all these people come together and talk about their paparazzi business, Lord, that you've laid out there for us. But Lord, I ask you to put a healing hand on so many of us out there right now that are dealing with this crazy virus situation, this pandemic that's going on, Lord. And please work your magic powers and get away, cast those demons out that are coursing through all of us right now in these virus situations. And please bring health back to us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right. So with that being said, I would like to open up the mic directly and ask anybody right off the get-go. Welcome, Raquel. Is there anybody in here that wants to start off with maybe a question or want to give us one of your victories for the week? Let's just chat. Nobody?
Don't everybody talk at one time now.
I know, right?
So I have a victory. Oh. I have my very first event in a very, very, very long time tomorrow. Tiffany and I will be doing it together, and I'm nervous and I'm excited. And, I've got all those like pre-day jitter butterflies. I get them too. Don't think like I don't get those. I get them too. So I've got that going on tomorrow, and I'm really excited for that. So.
And what kind of event is it? Where are you going?
So it's up where I live. It's at one of the golf courses called Lock Antenna, and they're doing a wine and cheese tasting. And it is actually like they pre-sold tickets to come in for people. So I'm very picky with what events I do. It's really hard for me to do them because I've got 5 kids. And so, try to juggle that around. But this event I felt was in an atmosphere where people have money. And I've done other events where I've had people just like walk right past me because my stuff is $5, like swap meets and things like that. Yard sales, people want to not pay very much. So I feel that when you have an audience that is paid to be there and you get a different kind of a vibe, it's a different kind of event. So fingers crossed. They've done like 20 years of this. So I hope it's going to be good.
Awesome. Well, I hope the best for you.
Thank you. I'm driving, so it might.
I think what she's saying is she's driving, so she might cut out.
As I get back, I'll be back on.
Okay. I did actually manage to understand that through the robot, but we appreciate the Marissa robot there. So anybody else? I think June had her mic off for a minute. She was going to tell us a little something.
Yeah, I had an event Wednesday at the car show. The cars were nice, but I noticed how the people walked right by me. They walked right by the purses. They were really nice too, but I need another purse like a hole in my head. But I had fun till I got home. And then all poop hit the fan. But there is I think one thing too is the people that are at the car shows, I saw a lot of the same cars. So I think it's the car clubs, not a car show. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? The car clubs came to make car show, but I saw all the, same green ones. Fred was pointing them out to me. I like Marissa's thing saying, people with money but I can't get into a country club because I'm one of the people that knows what our good $5 jewelry does for us, but I'm not one that can make it into a country club. And I don't golf anyway. Golf's a good walk spoiled by a little white or fluorescent ball. How's that one? Anyway, it still hasn't dampened me. I did sell 2 adult pieces and a bracelet, kid's bracelet. And cool. I'm going to keep on going because starting September 4th, well, I can do others, but I can't lift anything with the hands. So I'm kind of out for August. But September 4th, I'm going to do the inside one at the Moose Lodge, and they are advertising. So we're also
that's great.
Our group is advertising, and then the Moose Lodge is advertising. And it's in the middle of downtown Yelm, and it's a lot of people.
Oh, very cool. Well, hopefully that'll get you some traction.
Yeah. I mean, I talked to a lot of people, and a couple of them told me they knew somebody that sold paparazzi, so they had to be kind to them, but they would still look. So I thought that was kind of cool. I mean, they didn't all go by me, but
yeah.
But I'm still game. But then I made me a new, did you see I know Christopher saw it, but look, I made me a new bling board. Wait a minute, I got to do something with my phone. Stand by. I'm putting you in my.
For those that don't know, she's got a broken wing.
Yeah, broken wing. You're sitting in my cast. We had this thing. It normally had baskets on it. So it was just this plain thing. So I took 4 bling boards and I put them together with black ties. And now I have 2 sides that I can do and not have to get up or pull anything. Or there's one side because we needed smaller stuff for the indoor event. And see, so I'll have more room now.
Very cool.
And it sits on the floor.
Oh, and that should fit in your little Volkswagen just fine too.
Exactly. Because I don't want to have my husband trying to get me in and out. I could do my own thing while he fixes the house or makes wood projects or
picks you up off the ground.
No, he did not. Oh. I'm yelling, Fred, help, help. He said, I heard my name. I came out with a bloody knee and a bloody the palm of my hand, and he goes, I heard you, what's wrong? And I showed him my hand. He went, oh, Jesus. But I'm yelling, I'm on the ground in tears, and he's over there going, you want me? I'm trying to bring in your tables. I'm like, I'm on the ground. He's like, what? He's deaf. The Air Force Yep, the Air Force got in there.
Gotcha.
That's all I got to say.
Melissa Zolman says, what paint do people use to paint their pegboards? So I know that we've painted multiple ways. We've either one of the ways that Sarah likes to do it is she likes to buy the cans of like the enamels, either the matte finishes, the satins, the glosses, whatever, and roll it on. But spray paint is also a good way to do it too. The hardest part about pegboard is if you're trying to paint the side that's rougher, it often absorbs the paint. So, I would always paint that smoother side. But I would recommend too is taking a piece of like a light grit sandpaper and just scuffing it a little bit. It'll help make the paint adhere to it a lot better.
I use spray paint as well. And I've used different kinds of spray paint. I've used like the 97-cent dollar one, and then I've used like a $5 one. The 97-cent can from Walmart works totally fine. For black, I've done black and I've done pink, and you don't have to spend a whole bunch of money on spray paint. $1 a thing. Usually I do 2 coats of it, just to make sure that it got it all the way, but that's what I use.
Definitely.
And Home Depot always has cans of spray paint. They even have the hot pink for 99 cents, and it's the Rust-Oleum one, so it's really good. But 99 cents always, any color. Home Depot.
That's good stuff. So that'll hopefully help you. And as much as I love the paparazzi black and the pink, I just want you to also just kind of realize that sometimes a nice, like a gray or a beige, those neutral tones are really nice as a background to your jewelry. So consider that option too. I know just recently we went ahead and went to like a light gray color instead of the black because it was just so dark in our room because of them. No light reflection, things like that. So just don't feel like you have to stick to black or pink. So do we have anybody else that has any questions at this point or any other victories that they'd like to address? Boy, you guys are so talkative today. And I'm shocked that Crystal hasn't undoing her mic because she's always talking. Look at that.
First of all, I'm driving. In my defense, anyway. No, I'm just chilling. I haven't done too much today. Eddie was up all night last night, sick, so I've been like sleeping most of the day. I didn't get up till 1 o'clock. So he didn't go back to sleep until 4. I didn't get back in bed until 8 this morning. So it's definitely been a chill day. Been working on invoicing and shipping from last night's live, and I took out food to thaw out to cook dinner, and it didn't thaw out in time. So now we're getting drink sets on it because they're cheaper here. So
right. Melissa says she just got all her stuff ordered for her basket party. So that's good.
I wanted to show you guys my basket because I have some stuff that I've gotten, and I definitely wanted to I wanted to show y'all yesterday, but I forgot. So.
Or did I just talk too long?
No, I got too distracted and squirreled because that's what I do. And my basket may or may not be behind my chair, so it's not in plain sight.
Is Eddie okay? How's he doing?
I think he's okay. He's asleep in the back. He's been napping too today. He sounds definitely like he's congested. I think the croup cough, I don't know, those of you who are friends with me may have seen a video that I posted about it because I was really worried at like 3 o'clock this morning. Almost took him to the hospital because it sounds real croup-like, and he's already had croup twice. I had some leftover antibiotics from before, so I gave him some of that and some Tylenol. And today he's been energetic and playful. You know, when he was awake, he's played outside, running in the grass barefoot, which is a victory for us because he doesn't like grass. So that's encouraging. He, like I said, he still sounds congested. I'm gonna put some Vicks on his feet tonight with some socks while he sleeps. That's a Hispanic thing, so don't give me weird looks. But I did it for Tyler when he had COVID, and I think it helped with him too. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, I was supposed to have an interview today, and luckily they let me push it back. So I have that interview Monday. So I low-key really don't even want to go to this interview, okay? Because I want to do paparazzi full time. But, you know, sometimes we got to do what we got to do. So I'm not mad that they pushed the interview back. I'm just glad they let me because, you know, they didn't have to.
What did you say you use with the socks? Vicks. Okay. You know, another good one. Sarah likes to use it is Thieves. It's a essential oil. And I guess if she puts Thieves on like the bottom of your feet and then put socks on so it like you absorb it. But that natural essential oil of Thieves, I guess, is a real good one. She like totally promotes it. Like every time she starts feeling lightly sick at all, she's like, "Where's my Thieves?" And she literally like barely ever gets sick.
And what is it called?
It's called Thieves. Like there are a couple thieves in the night.
Oh, Thieves. Okay. Oh shit! I couldn't hear it. So I was like, "What is?" Okay, Thieves in the night. Okay, Thieves. I might look into that. I don't know. I'm sure I can post on Facebook. Who has essential oils? And they'll.
It smells kind of like it smells kind of like cloves. It's got kind of a real nice. Yeah, it's got kind of got a different smell to it. I didn't like it when I first ever heard, like seen it. But you can actually even like drink it. You can add a little bit of it to your tea or your water, and you can drink it. But yeah, she swears by it. You might even ask her about it. It's good for your gums.
Huh?
So
I'm gonna look into that.
Yeah, it might be something to look into. Who do we have here as iPhone? Oh, Libby. Okay, there. I think it just changed. Oh, no, it's Heather. It's Heather. Okay, there it goes. The windows just changed around. Hello, Miss Heather. I'm going to change I'm going to change your name real quick.
There's Marissa.
Hello,
How have you been, Heather?
Hey, Miss Heather just celebrated her 2-year papaversary with us.
I was just going to say that. I saw her picture with her and her tiara.
Yes, 2 years.
Congratulations.
Yes, and let me tell you, I mean, if she has that tiara, what does that mean? What's that mean? Anybody know?
She's working her business.
Well, she's definitely working her business. And
Crown
nobody
Club?
know. Does anybody know what that tiara represents, though?
Yeah, all that. What Crystal said.
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't raise my hand.
That's right. No, you know what? I didn't really explain what I was going to do with it. Sometimes I just have these ideas and I'm like, I'm just going to throw it at the wall and hopefully it sticks. And I seen how excited everybody was for those tiaras for Life of the Party. And I just don't feel like we should all have to wait until the end of the paparazzi year to get one. So when you guys do 1,000 or more, you get one tiara. That's in 1 month. 1,000 or more PV, you get one level of tiara. If you do 2,000 or more, it's a little elevated. You got a little something. And I'm going to do it every month because I believe in rewarding you guys. And I think that everybody should have a tiara. So
I love that.
Yes.
We can
It's
always come
something to
visit
work.
you and put on yours and pretend.
You know what? I don't have one. I I did not order myself one, and I have only achieved so far gold life of the party, and gold, you don't get a tiara. That's okay. I'm coming for you, diamond. Okay. But I could have bought myself one, but I wanted to just throw all my money at you guys. They just are fun. They're not real. They're not expensive, but it's just something for you guys to know that I appreciate you working your business, and you're a queen. You are a queen. Chris, I'll get you a king one. Okay.
Hey, I would love a king crown. Heck yeah, I'm down.
Because you are the kingdom of blingdom. So
There we
right.
go, right? Right. But yeah, that's a great accomplishment, and that's awesome, Heather. So let's see. And if you do that every month, can you imagine just having this whole collection of tiaras? You can like wear a different tiara every day. Yeah, it'd be awesome. And then, I mean, and if you're doing that every month, then that means that you're going to get that other tiara at the end of the year, right? So, like, the more tiaras the more Marissa Clark tiaras you can collect, the closer you are to getting that paparazzi one.
that's
Good
right.
stuff.
Speak it into existence.
There you go, right? Well, and I've seen a lot of people that are, in this, the 45 Club too. If you haven't joined the 45 Club, that would be an amazing place for you to be able to get that extra boost and those extra nuggets of things that you can do to help build your business. Marissa's working closely with those that are in the 45 Club, but it's no joke. Like, if you're committed to the 45 Club, that means you're committed to working your business and taking those extra steps, and sometimes taking those sacrifices that it takes, like missing your favorite TV show once in a while, or having to DVR it later, or being able to just be able to work your business, and the more you work your business, the more you get paid, right? So those people in the 45 Club, man, they're looking to get paid. And if you want to be a part of that, you might want to let Marissa know and talk to her about it and see if it's something that would work good for you.
I want to say a praise too, because those that we just started, we're on our 4th day, I think, today. And Helen has added a teammate, Helen and Faith, and so has Angie. And so I'm not saying like it's all because of the 45 Club, but it's going to push you to those limits that you're going to find out that people are interested. We're really putting it out there. This isn't like I'm kind of doing this paparazzi thing. No, like, you are in 45 Club. You better be ready.
Hey,
What
there's
is
nothing.
45 Club?
So I did a training. What was that, Tuesday? I think that sorry, hang on.
Yeah, I believe it was Tuesday, because we were together on Monday.
Sorry, had a mom. Okay, so I did a training on Tuesday about kind of like the all in, and we did a breakdown of what would happen if we kind of like broke it down to, we have over 900 blingers, right? And that's a lot of people, and a lot of them have been canceled or they're gone. And so I said, what if only half? What if half of the 900, which is 450, what if 450 blingers like really went for it? Oh my gosh, we would be like unstoppable, right? Well, let's be honest. Probably about 10% of that is what's really going to stick, what's really going to push, what's really going to go to the next level, what's really going to be elite. And so I got that 10% from that 450. So what I am looking for right now is 45 people who want to be elite, who want to grow a team, and who want to have a commission check that will change their family's future. So being in that little club group, it's a group. There's daily tasks. They're not optional. You got to do them. And they're hard. They're gonna, I already know Tyler's pointing at Crystal ain't in there. I know it. I don't want to put anybody in there. I want you guys to want to be in there. And if you're not ready, it's okay. come back, maybe take a couple weeks and catch your bearings, whatever it may be. But that's the group where you're going to see growth fast. It's like a fast track. So we've got 15. I think we have 15 people in there now. And there's been a few who did not turn in assignments, and you know, they don't get the super nice message back from Marissa when that happens.
In my defense, I had the Rona. Okay, so
I know. Life, but you know what? Life is never going to stop, ever.
Yeah. Yeah, so true. And so, yeah, if that's something that you're willing to commit to, but you know, this is something that like it's meant to push you. It's meant to push you, you know, mentally and even, you know, through your business. It's meant to help you increase your viewer counts, increase your potential counts, increase your sales, increase your ordering, increase everything that there is to do with this business. And it's kind of like being in the carpool lane instead of being in the rest of the traffic. You have a lane that's specifically dedicated to you and only you, and you know, but you've got to travel it. You know, there's no reward if you're sitting on the side of the road. And Melissa has her hand up. Melissa, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question. I was watching a training today, and she was talking about doing a short recap the day after a long live. Has anybody tried that, and how'd you do on that?
Anybody want to take the mic before I give my nuggets?
Somebody just told me. I don't know if the person is in here. And I can't remember who was. Was it Liz?
Liz has been doing it, and Sarah has been doing it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to mention, is what Sarah's experience. But since Liz has been doing it and she's here, boom, unmute. Let's go.
Hi.
Break it down.
I actually am just starting that today.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You haven't
Well,
done it.
I kind of did it a couple of times. Honestly, in my experiences, I've had, I think, one person shop from a replay, but it definitely boosts your algorithm. I will say that any activity that you put towards your business is a plus, whether you see immediate effects from it or not. People are going to see what you're doing, and the effort into your business is well worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like a flash sale, or is that where you just show the pieces again that you didn't sell?
Yeah, so it's basically, sorry.
No, go.
Basically what I do is what I'm implementing is in the morning time, I'm doing a full live. So I'm showing my pieces. I'm getting really into the description, questions that are asked, I answer them. When I do a recap, basically it's going over at the end of the night what hasn't sold. So it's just giving it another boost to put it out there in case somebody hasn't seen the morning live, or they don't have time to see an hour or 2 hours or however long. This gives it more of a direct focus. You show the piece with the number, and then the next one and the next one and the next one. It's usually about 10, 15 minutes or so. So it's a quicker, it's another avenue to sell.
I haven't done one in a while. However, when I did do them and I had the most success, first, there's a few ways to do them. So I'm not sure what video you watch, but so like if you have a regular live, it's your normal live night, and your live, it's usually a longer live for an hour, 2 hours, whatever it is. Then right when your live is done, you can hop back on, wait a few minutes, and then hop back on. First of all, your algorithms are going to be popping, okay? Because you just got off of a long live. And so Facebook is loving you at the moment. So then you hop on and you say, quick recap. Here's a few pieces that are from tonight that didn't sell out. You can grab them now. I've had a lot of people who won't watch that really long live come on and shop that quick recap. Also, there's people that will not have seen your previous live. Like I've had people come on and say, I didn't even know you were live. I'm like, girlfriend, where were you? I've been live for 2 hours, but here's the pieces that I have left. So you can, that's the way that I did it. And I had the most success at it. I didn't show all the pieces. It wouldn't be like a, hey, here's what didn't sell out. Usually I just try to say like, here's some of those hot pieces that we've got a few left of, grab them real quick. And I turn the phone around. So it's not on me like my normal live was. It's actually like the pieces out on my table or whatever. But there's people that do like the longer live, and then the next morning they hop on and say, hey, what didn't sell out last night, come and grab it today. You never want to say like leftovers or anything like that. You don't want people to be like, oh, that's the stuff nobody wanted. Like I try to say like, y'all weren't paying attention when I showed this. So here it is again. And you better grab it quick because I only got one or two, so that's kind of how I've done it. Does Sarah doing any different, or does she do it like that, Chris?
So at this point, that's what she's doing. She's doing her regular live. Like she'll go live tonight and she'll sell like she normally does. And then tomorrow morning, the pieces that she has left from tonight, that, the hot pieces, she'll lay out and she'll do a speed live for those. And the great thing about those recaps is not only is it quicker for those people that don't have the time for the long live, but you can then take the link of the recap and add it to the bottom of go and put it in the comments of your last live, and it boosts those algorithms back up, right? It bumps that video back up, and then it also encourages all those people that have watched that live, or even if they've just logged in, made a comment, said hi, sorry I can't be here tonight, and they leave, they get that notification and lets them know, hey, the person that did the live has just commented on there, and it typically makes your viewers come back and see what you had to say, and then that gives them the link to the recap. Recaps are also real good. I don't know if Marissa, you might remember this or not, but one of the things that I liked about I want to say Valerie Keenan Abuelo. Do you remember? Yeah, so she back in the day, what she used to do is she would show her jewelry through her live, right? And then as she showed the jewelry, the pieces that weren't being claimed right away, like she had a separate board. She would just show the jewelry, put it on a board, show the jewelry, put it on the board. And then at the end of her live, like the last 5 minutes of her live, she would say, okay, guys, let's recap on the things that I still have available for you. And she would turn her camera around and she would just go a quick show of those pieces, and then she would end her live. And what that would do is it kind of trained her viewers to know that, okay, at the end of the live, I can just skim through if I didn't get to watch this live, I could just skip to the end of it and watch the last few minutes of it and be able to see the recap instead of having to sit through a whole hour-long live that they have to watch a replay of. So that's a really good way to be able to utilize that recap also, is being able to just do it immediately with that same live, but at the very end of it. It's up to you how you want to do it. And I would say play around with it and try it, but be consistent with what you try for a period of at least a week or two. And then if it's not working for you, then make subtle changes. Don't drastically change anything. You remember, guys, you're trying to train your customers to do something.
Yeah,
100%.
I noticed.
Yep.
I watched a little bit of Sarah's live last night. She had this really pretty green necklace. And she's like, I can't believe nobody wants this green necklace. And then like today, she put it out on this, the pretty furry thing, and showed it again, and it sold. So
Right.
It does work.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Liz, did
Go ahead.
you walked in front of the screen with that brown thing? Is that a ring holder that you have?
It's actually
Oh, what an
technically
awesome idea.
It's a knitting thing,
It's
I
for
guess. I
thread.
got it from Walmart.
Yeah, it's a thread spool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a thread holder.
It's a thread
That
holder,
is
but
an
it's an
awesome
excellent
idea.
ring holder.
Yeah, but it holds a little. Yeah, I love it. I'm like, oh, this is perfect.
And then I just wanted to let everybody know something. I don't know if any of you have T-Mobile or Metro PCS for your phone services, but they have just announced a breach in everybody's information. So T-Mobile T-Mobile is now offering, and there's a link you can get by going to T-Mobile's website, I believe. My daughter sent me the link, but T-Mobile is now offering 2 years free of identity theft protection because of the breach. So get signed up for that if you guys have T-Mobile. And then they recommend,
unfortunately, I do.
yeah, and then they recommend that you freeze your credit for a little while, but mine's already frozen because of all this identity crap. But
Mine's already frozen from a past history of not paying a bill. But
no, but you could freeze it yourself though by contacting those 3 bureaus. You could put it on a freeze, and then it comes, if you want to take it off, you lift your freeze and it's reopened to view and be ran. If you want to get an apartment like I'm doing, or cards or whatever, you can at any time unlink it. It just takes 24 hours.
Well, and I want you guys to know too, if you don't already know this, if you are ever concerned with, that kind of a situation, and this actually might help you, Michelle. I was told that if you contact the IRS, you can have it might be Equifax or one of those. I'm not exactly sure. You might need to do a little research to find out. But if you contact one of them, like, you can literally put a passcode on your Social Security account, so that if anybody were to run your credit or run your history, they have to have that passcode. So like when you go to apply for anything at all, they will, they will require that passcode to be able to run your credit. And that's a good way to protect yourself as well.
I have already done that. Some people say that if you just contact one of the 3 credit bureaus, then that means that one credit bureau will contact the rest of them, but that's actually not true. You have to contact every one of them individually. And yes, I've already contacted Social Security and IRS and flagged all of that. And I do have a PIN number that has to be used, because
good deal.
I know everything there is to know about this identity fraud stuff. I've been going through it since January, and it's finally going to be over at the end of September. They actually are extremely close to catching these guys. They know where they are finally.
Oh, well, that's great news.
Yeah.
Melissa, go ahead.
Sorry, getting off subject. So I started doing albums today, but I don't know if I'm doing them right. I'm going in and I'm just putting a whole bunch. Do people find that it's better to put just a few, to put just rings, just necklaces, or combine them all? Or how do you guys do that?
I'm going to leave that open to all of you that actually do album sales.
I know that Michelle Egan does big album sales. I mean, she has tons of stuff in her albums. So it's up to you how many you want to post. It's always a good idea to post a little bit of everything you have, not just one thing. If you want to put it down in categories and post albums of just necklaces or just rings or what have you, you can do it that way. It's all up to you. But the best thing is to mix everything together so that they have more variety to look at, and they can even choose to put their own sets together and purchase several pieces. And I found that helps. Marissa was saying something about she doesn't do more than a certain amount. I think it's like maybe 20 or 30 pieces in each album, but it's up to you individually how many you want to post.
Marissa, go ahead.
So I do mine differently than a lot of people, and it just is what works for me and my customers. I only do 1 album a week, and I do it on Fridays. It's called a Friday Frenzy album sale. I do it in my VIP group. Because I've done this for so many years, my customers know that that's going up and it comes down. So I only post 1 album I call it Friday Frenzy. It has like a cover photo. And then I typically try to add like 100 to 150 pieces in there. And I mix in blockbusters, always mix in blockbusters. Don't say they're blockbusters. They don't need to know. I have had so many people recently buy studs. I can't think of what the blockbuster studs are called. But I've just mixing those in albums. I've sold a bunch of those. And then, so I post it and then I share my link. You can share your album link. Timeless. There we go. You can share the album link like to your personal profile. You can share in your stories. And so then I say the Friday Frenzy album sales up, get in there and get those pieces because you know it's coming down soon. So it's a FOMO, fear of missing out. They know that album is coming down. Typically, I try to take it down like Saturday afternoon, evening, and then I'll do a last chance. You got 1 hour left and I'm taking that album down. So get in there. And if I don't have a lot of sales on Friday, I typically find Saturday morning shoppers will come in that VIP group and then the scraggler sales. But for me, that's what works. I just think that rather than having the albums stagnant, I've seen so many people post so many albums and spend so much time putting those together, and it just sits there. And so that's just what I do.
I think it's important to make sure that you're constantly flexing with that. Like, you know, if you just put all your pieces into an album and then continue to add pieces and remove pieces and so forth, I think it'll get stale. I think people will probably just move on from it. And I mean, it's really no different than going to the website and shopping, right? So I think that's the biggest key to it, is making sure that it's fluid and you're always changing it. Like I think Marissa's tips was, you know, remove that album and start a completely different one every week, so that way it's got its own fresh algorithms to it, and it's got its own fresh traction, and instead of getting that still point where people just aren't viewing it anymore.
Yes. And because I only do one and I don't do those separate categories, I put different things in there. So everything is in there. And so for me, I sell more that way because you'll have people like, a lot of my customers love all earrings. Like that's all they want to buy is earrings. And so if they go to my VIP group and they click my albums for earrings, they're only going to click earrings. But if they're looking through an album that has everything in it, something might catch their eye. Or sometimes I'll put sets together and like a collage and then put it in that same Friday Frenzy album sale because it increases the sales. So for me, I mix it. And I think that that's a good idea for a lot of you guys too.
Go ahead, Melissa.
I guess I don't understand what an album is, because I don't think what I've been doing is an album. So how do you do the album?
I think you're in my VIP, right? Marissa's $5 bling. So just go to my VIP.
I'm looking at it. Okay.
Yeah. And then go to albums. Do you see where it says albums?
No.
What are you looking on?
Computer.
Okay. I know it always looks a little bit different. I think it's on the computer. It's media.
I have about, discussions, announcement. There it is, media. Okay, so how do you create?
So do you see them now? Do you see the different ones?
To make it?
So are you wanting to create it on your VIP or your personal page?
My VIP. I want to do the albums in the VIP until I know what I'm doing.
I don't know if you can you screen share to show her, Chris? Otherwise I can screenshot it and send it to you in PM.
I'm going to my media.
I could screen share, but
okay. Well, when I go to my media, it shows all of them that I posted today.
The albums, because you can click media and it'll show photos, or you can click albums. And there should be like a box with a square.
Album. Okay, I
And
found
that's where
create
you-
album.
Yes.
Oh, okay, and then you just drag the photo. Okay,
Yep. And you
now I
can,
know what I'm doing.
yeah, you can title it. And then whatever first picture that you put in there, that's going to be your like cover photo of that album. So if you want to make something like fun, I always do like Friday Frenzy. So that's the first picture. So they know, hey, it's coming their way.
Okay, thank you. I guess I wasn't doing albums. I was doing something totally different, but
That's okay. You're
it's just
trying.
sold off of it.
That's the most important part, is that you're trying and you learn something new.
And I'll tell you, I know that Marissa and Sarah do things differently when it comes to their albums. I think they kind of feed off of each other, but they do it differently. And I'm not exactly sure how Sarah does. I don't want to speak for it because every time I try to, I'm a little off. And
You
she's
know,
gonna
I'm
come tell me.
I'm on top of what Sarah's doing. So I'm all up in there. So
Right.
I heard you mention this the other day. She does do albums and she does have them categorized, but she does also do the new release album so that it's easy for her, like whatever she ordered today, I'm sure she put into a new releases, whatever the date is today. And then she titles it that way. And so those are kind of like a first dib album, and until she gets it in her inventory. And then once it's come in her inventory, then she puts it into her albums. But I know she does leave them up in that, and that works for her. That's what she's created in her VIP group, that her customers know, hey, I need some. I'm going to go look in Sarah's VIP. She's got an album up. So there's different things work different for different people. You just have to try and see what works for you and your customers, and stick with it for a little bit. Just if it doesn't work, like Chris said, right away, give it a week or two. I've been doing the Friday Frenzy for like 3 years. So my customers know that it's in there.
Yep, different strokes for different folks. Yeah, that's a much better phrase than skin a cat.
Well, thank you.
I just love Marissa's face now when I say it. Like, I didn't notice it until yesterday, but you blew it on that one.
I tell Tyler that all the time now because of that one particular live where she's like, so everybody was just like coming for her with the comments. So now it's what I say.
June. Look at her reaching to unmute with that broken wing. Take these broken wings and learn to fly again.
Okay. Hey, I got a question. I was thinking about getting on the list for Fashion Fix, okay?
Awesome.
Not only do I have a few friends that do the Fashion Fix, but is there something going on why there's so many Fashion Fixes for July? I already have my sets, but it's kind of I get all excited and then I get worried.
Well,
Are you on it? Are you on it or you're not on it? What did I forgot? I didn't hear what you said.
My girlfriend's on it. And so
Oh.
if I need a Fashion Fix, but she shows me the pictures and then I just put my list. But if I wanted to go on, and she'd had a slow month, and then whenever the July Fashion Fix came out, and I want to go on it, or because I've really never seen it since I started having so many extra pieces on Fashion Fix that they put on the website. So what can you give it like an insight?
Okay, so you're saying though that typically you see the Fashion Fixes every month, but you don't ever see them on the website available to you as a non-Fashion Fix person.
Yeah.
And this month it seems to be more.
Yeah, if I wanted to join Fashion Fix, will I be, you know what I mean? Will I have to show Fashion Fix every time I get on?
Oh, well, Crystal has her hand up, and so does Liz. So, I've got some nuggets. I'm sure Marissa's got some nuggets. Like, I love Fashion Fix. I'm so I'm so pro Fashion Fix. It's pathetic. But since Crystal threw her hand up there, I'm gonna shut up.
All right, June. So look. Okay, I want to take my hand off of the thing. So absolutely 100% go for it. Don't be scared, or hashtag do it scared, right? So what you see on the 20th is the leftovers. This month, I feel like I could speak for a lot of us. I didn't take pre-orders for Fashion Fix this month because we were in Vegas and I wanted those convention pieces. And I think that's what's happened is a lot of people didn't order Fashion Fix, like extra pieces. Because when you order Fashion Fix, you get sets. You get 4 or 5 sets. Correct me if I'm wrong there. 5 sets. So, and it's usually a ring, bracelet, necklace, and an earring upgrade for these specific trend styles. Sometimes it's a double bracelet, but it's a whole set. And then on top of that, you get hostess rewards. And then on top of that, you get exclusive pieces that only come in that 5 that come with that Fashion Fix box. And I mean, they're really cute piece. Let me just tell you, I got a gorgeous blue necklace that's a hostess reward today, and it blew my mind. So that's a huge plus for me. I usually always sell those, even if my Fashion Fix pieces don't sell. Like I still have on my board all of the Fashion Fix sets for August, which is rare. Usually I sell the set that I have and then I take pre-orders. It's like new releases. I will tell you that it's you gotta get in there and fight for those sets. But the good thing is when those pieces drop, it's already in your, like, it's already there. You just put in the number of pieces you want. Can you hold? You're fine. The number of pieces, like say you need 2 earrings and 2 necklaces, etc. Then you just go through and click add to cart when it drops. That's the easiest way to do that. I 100% recommend doing it because it's extra money. Those pieces are pieces that not everybody gets, so it's going to help your business grow, and you're going to be on that wait list for a few months anyway.
And
I'm still on the wait list.
Yeah.
And let me just tell those of you that are watching that don't know what Fashion Fix is or don't understand, I'm going to break it down real quick. So there's 5 different sets of 4 different pieces, and those sets have a theme to them that doesn't change. Glimpses of Malibu, I think it is, and then Magnificent Musings and so forth. They all have a particular style, and those styles don't change. And every month those pieces come out, and if you're on Fashion Fix on the 20th of every month, they will take out from your account the Fashion Fix fee, which is about $85 or so. And that covers all of those pieces that you're going to be receiving. And remember, you're going to be receiving 5 sets of 4 pieces. So, it's a decent order. And that's great for you as a consultant because number one, that guarantees that you're active every month. Okay. And it also guarantees that you have those pieces coming to you regardless of whether or not they sell out. So if all else fails, you have at least one Fashion Fix set to sell. Some people sell them in the sets only, and some people sell them by the piece. And I'll tell you, it's a catch-22 there because it's great to sell them by the sets because it just makes the set so much prettier. But at the same time, some people don't necessarily like all the pieces of every set. So work that to what works best for you. But June, for you as a person that does events, every month when they send you Fashion Fix, they also send you these beautiful cards and paper, like really nice thick papers that describe the Fashion Fixes, right? And what I've learned from another training that I've watched is if you take every month, you take those pages that they give you and you take one of each of them and put them into a binder with those protective sleeves. Yes, there you go. Those right there. You put one of those in a binder with a protective sleeve and you put those at your table on your booth, right? When you're doing an event. So if you get a man up there that's looking to buy something for his wife and he doesn't know what, you can give him the booklet of your Fashion Fix pieces. He don't have to understand what they are, but he can flip through and see what his wife would like and what she wouldn't like, and they can show you, and it'll give you an idea of what you have in your inventory that would match that type of jewelry. So it's a great kind of like a shopping binder Now, of course, those pieces won't always be available, but you can always use it with the thought in mind of like, oh, okay, well, here, take a look at this and tell me what looks like something that your wife would like. And then when they're flipping through it and they pick out these pieces of that piece, then of course, you know, oh, okay, well, it looks like crackle stones. It looks like natural stones. It looks like this. It looks like that. And that's what you can lead them into when you're making a sell.
I was going to say, you're right about the cards being great for June, because also June, that can kind of try to stylize your customer that comes in that maybe doesn't really know, like, I don't, there's so much, like, that's so cute. You can kind of say, well, what is your preference? Like, what do you like? Do you like the blingy? Our Fiercely Fifth Avenue trend blends are very blingy and pearls, to where our musings is very like gunmetal and, you know, the darker urban tones and stuff like that. So I think that would be good. He's right, June. I will say one thing about why is there so much this month. Crystal's absolutely right. Convention kind of threw a little bit of a wrench in that. A lot of people didn't order, and then also the time got changed as well. So the whole thing was just a little bit off, thanks to celebrate 2021. But and this month wasn't holy trinity. Like, I don't want to say it wasn't amazing, because all the sets are great, but compared to last month and compared to what next month's going to be, July wasn't out of this world. So that's another reason why there's a lot of those sets left.
Next month is going to be fire. Just so you guys are aware, if you haven't seen it yet, it's going to be insane.
Misty showed us a sneak peek at convention. She always does that for the next month, because and I'm surprised that they didn't open up the wait list, because usually they do that at convention.
Open enrollment.
Yes, the open enrollment, because that just tells me that they have a lot of people on it. So that's why they're not opening it. But if you're not on it, the wait list, I think it's about 3 months long. So get your name on it. It doesn't cost you anything to get on it now. So get your name on there and get it set up, because your future self is going to thank you. Like, that's going to be, what is it? If you get on now, what would that be, like right fall, Christmas time? That would be near perfect. Christmas time.
Yeah.
So and those Fashion Fix make great sets. Like, last year I had so many Fashion Fix. Usually I order extra because I give them away as giveaways, but I also just like throw them in a tub. So during Christmas time, we would stick those Fashion Fix in a little baggie with tissue paper, and it's a gift ready to go. Those work well for men. Men like that during Christmas time. Just grab, what does your wife like? I don't know. Does she wear, dangle, or is she wearing studs? And then you can say, here's a whole set for her. And
only $20.
Yes. And it doesn't look like $20. Like, don't tell your wife you spent $20. She doesn't need to know.
Well, I have a real hard time when the new comes out. My anxiety hits the roof. So I'm figuring maybe Fashion Fix would be a little bit better, because my anxiety wouldn't hit the roof.
Well, just a disclaimer. I just want a couple things that I want you to know about Fashion Fix June, and anybody else that's considering it. Number one is that it is an automatic scheduled program, and they do automatically debit your account on the pay cycle. But also, if you fall off of Fashion Fix because you did not make the payment, or you didn't do what you need to do, you will fall off. You will go to the back of the list. And then anybody that hasn't had Fashion Fix in the past will get the Fashion Fix spot before you. You won't become priority to get Fashion Fixed again because you failed it once. So it is.
I think what they charge you, if you have two failed attempts, then you're off.
They remove you.
Yes. And then you have to wait. You don't even go to the wait list at the bottom. You have to wait until there's an open enrollment to even get back on the wait list. So it's super serious. That's why I tell people, don't learn the wrong way and get booted off. I've learned the wrong way and got booted off, and it took a really long time to get back on. So
at least I'd have 5 sets though, or 4 sets.
That's what I was going to say, June, because you said the ordering kind of gives you that I know, trust me, we all know what that, I know, but yes, you are secured to get one of each of those sets sent out to you, and it ships really quick. So like today, everybody's it processes on the 20th of the month. So just so you know, it's always on the 20th of the month. And their boxes have already began shipping because they come from a different warehouse. It's already pre-packaged and ready to go. So everybody's about to get their box in a few days. So that's, you know, money that you don't have to wait for. It doesn't mean that you have to go in and order more on the force at midnight. But it means you can, but it's the same thing as new releases. You got to get in there and get out fast. But as you can see, it doesn't always all sell out.
And it's
Well,
true because
You can go
once-
in and put in your quantity too, and just go through and hit add, check out instead of having to do it. You know what I mean? Like having to wait until like you actually can go in to the tab. It's already there. It's already there in your back office. So you can just go in and add the quantity, add it to your wish list, and then add it all to cart and check out.
So it does make it easier. One of the things, you know, if you, the way it works, when they deliver the fashion picks to you, when you receive your fashion picks, it gives you an opportunity to show your customers, display it to your customers, and take pre-orders for the day that you actually go in and place that order. So there has been times that, you know, every one of us, I'm sure, that are on Fashion Fix, we get in there, we place our orders, and sometimes some of the pieces sell out before we can get them. So you don't want to guarantee anything to your customers. You definitely don't want to pre-bill or anything like that. You know, you still want to wait until you get order confirmation from your Fashion Fix before you can, you know, invoice. But it's definitely a great way to increase those sales and build your business. And I think Liz had something she wanted to mention, and then she moved her hand. So somebody might have said what she wanted to say, or she had something else. Yeah, you, Liz.
My son was asking me a question at the same time.
Oh, okay.
I know I'm a mom and can do things in multiple different directions, but sometimes I only got 2 ears. I can only hear one person. Anyways, I was just going to say that as soon as I signed up, I think within the first couple of days, I added myself to the wait list. I just got accepted. I think it's been 4 months. And I was, yeah, Crystal basically said what I was going to say about why she saw so many pieces. It's because it opens up to the public on the 20th or 19th at midnight or 20th at midnight, however you want to say that, I guess, right? I don't know what I'm talking about.
But you definitely a Fashion Fix is something that I encourage you to get on. I encourage anybody to get on it, to be honest with you. You know, but again, it's something that, you know, you want to do a little bit of thinking about and make sure that it's something that you're gonna participate in, because if you like, I'd hate to have you sign up and then have mishaps and, you know, you get a failed attempt on it and you end up getting removed from the program and then trying to get back on it and all that hassle. So you know, maybe we'll do an actual Zoom Fashion Fix where we can show some of the pieces and some of the actual you know, the categories and so forth. And that might be something me and Marissa can put together, and maybe get a couple others in here to do an actual training on that we can mark and put into our training library. So we are at the top of the hour, and I know that we want to keep these things short and sweet. As you know, an hour is a lot of time to be able to invest into your business like you are here, and I appreciate that. And I love that you know, typically we can you know, pack our orders and do our invoicing and do our shipping and doing all those awesome IPA things while we're doing these trainings. But I don't want to take up too much time, so I want to offer one more last attempt to any questions or any other comments before we wrap it up. I also want to remind you guys that there's no new over the weekend, of course, as always, but that doesn't mean that the ordering should stop. Like You know, if you're really working those life of the party goals, or you're in that 45 club, or you are trying to build a team, you know, you still got to keep those orders going through your back office and keep those numbers up. So, you know, even if it's just a 10-piece order, a 20-piece order, you know, you don't want that break in shipping either. So take my advice and don't hold all your money until Monday and wait for the new releases that you may or may not get. There's so many beautiful pieces in the back office right now that you can pre-sell, you can pre-order, you know, get those orders in over the weekend and stand out above the crowd. Like, that's the time that you have the opportunity. Like, I know me and Marissa, we often talk about the top 10 that we have in our PV. Like, that's the weekends are one of your best ways to move up in those ranks too. You know, get those orders in there while you know, it's kind of like a trickle time, you know what I mean? There's less orders going in, but you know, that's your time to shine. Marissa, do you have anything you want to add before we wrap up?
Nope. I think you covered all those bases. Plug into all the team challenges. I know that I've got, you know, one going on for the whole weekend, and then we'll have another one pop up tomorrow morning for the hot August flights. So work your business. Don't take the weekend off. Don't make it a weekend. And one thing that Chris said that popped into my mind was that, like, don't hold your money for new releases. So what I do is I just try to make extra on the weekends so that I can order on the weekend. And then Sunday, I try to do set Sunday. And then that money that I make on Sundays for set Sunday, I use for new releases on Monday. So there's always a will, there's a way. You don't have to just not order on the weekend so that you can order on Monday. Find a way to do both.
Yeah, and typically on the weekends, that's when you know, there's often you know, some type of an ordering challenge as an incentive to continue to work your business. So, you know, take advantage of those too. Oh, hey, you know, it's so awesome. I want to tell you guys real quick before I wrap up. We, you know, we are we're all struggling with this COVID, right? Well, we didn't want to go to the grocery store and do our shopping, so we did the Instacart thing. And the Instacart girl was messaging me back and forth about the, you know, changes. I don't know if you've ever used Instacart, but if you order something and they're out of it, you know, they'll ask you to review it and change it and stuff. And so I was texting back and forth with the girl that was doing the Instacart, and I told her, I said, so I'm just wanted to put this out there. I hope it's not inappropriate, but I like your customer service skills. If you're ever looking to make more money, maybe you might want to talk to me about it. So feel free to keep my number. And she said, oh, that sounds great. I'll talk to you when I drop off your groceries. She dropped off the groceries. Sarah gave her a nice pair of earrings that the girl just fell in love with. And she just friend requested Sarah and joined our VIP group. So, you know, we were able to do that opportunity thing and talk about our business. And if we didn't get a customer or a potential like sign up, we definitely could be getting ourselves a customer. And you know, and if those people that work those Instacarts and those DoorDashes and those are people that are hungry for money and looking for the best way to do it and be able to afford life, you know. So don't ever overlook those opportunities, because you know, they will definitely pay out. All right, guys, well, I'm gonna go ahead and end with a prayer. I thank you guys for coming and joining us. Don't forget, tomorrow is Saturday, so we'll be doing a another Zoom training live at 4:00 in the afternoon Pacific Standard Time. We will be in Team Kingdom of Blingdom, but that doesn't matter, you know. It just encourages people from the group to join in and be able to watch without having to come into a Zoom. But I appreciate all of you that did come here today. I thank you so much. Remember, this one is recorded live on YouTube. So you make sure that you go to the YouTube for the replay and, you know, share it out to your teams. So, dear Lord, I just want to come to you again and, you know, end with, you know, the spirit of you. You know, we appreciate all the things that like the motivation and the drive and the path that you can lead us on, Lord, and the ability for us to be able to share this with each other, Lord. These prayers seem to be so repetitive that we talk the same things, Lord, but it's consistency, and we appreciate the fact that you're giving that to us. We thank you so much, and we are looking forward to your healing powers over this world, this country, this nation, like our people in our homes that are ill right now, Lord. Please put your healing hands on them and cast out and rebuke any of those demons that are trying to hold us back from getting what we deserve. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Aw, you didn't hear it, but Olivia and Zoe just said amen too.
Oh, that's great.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, guys. All right, you all have a wonderful night, and we'll